Welcome back to Final Fantasy Randomizer Summer Rando 2025. Again, my name is Hebanks. Woo, indeed. And we again are here raising money for the Liam Foundation. We are up to $7,766 raised. GG's for that. And we are ready for our next run of Soul Blazer Randomizer with the Axeman. So take it away.
Welcome to Soul Blazer Randomizer, and yeah, this is a pretty fun run. This is the archipelago version of the randomizer with all sorts of interesting stuff added. And one of the things we have is open world. This is going to be fun. And we have here Dented Razor, also a rando runner and a big time speed runner as well. How are you doing this morning?
Pretty well, buddy. It's nice and cold here for some reason.
Oh!
Great, excited for see some good random.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm ready to get started, but you know, the master asked, since we're going down the world, we have to have a name. And what is our name going to be?
All right, let's go ahead and check and see if anybody got any last-minute donations in to change that name. And it looks like our name is going to be Water Sword. So that is capital W, lowercase tr, capital S, lowercase WRD.
Okay.
Capital S, lowercase WRD.
Okay.
And thank you so much, chat, for those generous donations.
Thank you. You know, one guess who donated for that one.
Couldn't tell you.
All right. It's going to be a 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right, so again, the sort of life right away.
Yeah. So this is so it's a setting in Archipelago that that you'll get the sword. Well, which sword you get? You'll always get a sword because there is no swordless mode, or is there?
Not yet.
So Dennet actually recently made a hack for swordless mode, which is quite fun.
This is a little bit of refinement, but still it's going pretty well. Wow, you start out with magic flare, so you have that other option going of random magic. Stone right away, geez. Really
Yeah. Well, you know, one thing about the settings here is that a lot of times you get the stones because you're going to have, usually that means you're going to have to go to the World of Evil early on, so, because there is actually progression in the World of Evil in this archipelago.
Yeah. The normal one doesn't have any of the key items in the World of Evils, but this one definitely does, along with releases as well, which is totally wild if you've been playing the normal one for years.
Could I get a little more game audio? Okay, so we got the Woods Guardian, and he has the Platinum card. Yay!
Yeah, normally they would unlock the way to the next area, but since it's open world, you can get to anywhere else. Oh, wow!
Another stone! Well, so we have a random number of stones to open the World of Evil. Normally there's 6 stones, and in the classic version of the Rando, like, you've always got to get all 6. And normally those stones come from, like, the leaders, and you'll always get them, but in this version, those stones can be anywhere.
Yeah. You can step on a lair that would normally release someone, you'll get an item, and vice versa. So it is definitely a larger pool than before, or more diverse anyway. Oh, one of many herbs to come. We'll see.
Yep. Oh no, he's on this belt.
Oh no. I like the strategy you're using to get a lot of the enemies on screen so you can multitask as best as possible. It's
Yeah,
very
that's
efficient.
like one of the kind of the basic strat here is to get like multiple layers and then, but you have to make sure that you've got all of the enemies down before you step on something to release something. Although, well, in this version, sometimes you step on a layer and you get an item. We just happen to have been getting releases every time so far.
And every time you get a release, it does a screen transition, which resets the enemy's layers, which can either be good or bad for you. So it's definitely a risk now each time.
So I'm going to take a warp after this, and so I ran my HP down a little bit. Not to 0, though.
Nice slime warp there.
And, you know, the master says to be patient, but, you know, this is a speed run. So, you know, we're only going to be so patient. Okay, next area. Oh, that's right. Okay, there's our platinum card. No, I lost the game audio in my...
Yeah, I think we need to turn it back up on your Discord.
Oh, no. Okay.
Take a quick moment.
Quick tech...
Well, if it's paused, you're not going to have any audio, just saying.
Oh, yeah.
So we can hear some of this amazing soundtrack.
Yeah, you want to
Making
get
it
this
unpause.
Yeah.
Okay, how's that?
Yes, I want to forfeit. This is brutal.
There we go.
You may want to escape out.
Oh,
Oh boy. Fine day.
okay.
Okay. Sounds good there now?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we've got Bushes Ahoy, my favorite enemies.
Oh, yeah.
Each time they shoot out a branch, as long as the branch is in, you cannot actually hurt them. Makes it
Ooh,
kind of a dicey
yeah.
situation.
Okay, this is a little too much, though. Okay.
Is this good now?
Yeah, it sounds a little bit better.
There we go.
Nothing like getting technical
Almost dead.
ironed out live.
You know,
Speaking of ironing out some things, do you mind if we plug some incentives real quick?
certainly. Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's all good.
So chat, while you're getting in those generous donations, please don't forget to put those towards some of our ongoing incentives. For our upcoming run of Mystic Quest Randomizer, Worlds Collide Randomizer Archipelago, we have a naming incentive for Ben, which I believe right now is Sid Sucks is in the lead with $10. So if you want to pump that up higher or get in a different name, you have until the end of this run to get that in. We also have for the upcoming Jets of Time run the save or don't save fits incentive. Right now, don't save is in the lead with $90. Save is at $30. So if you want to flip that incentive on its head, get those donations in by the end of the Worlds Collide Mystic Quest AP run.
You are dealing so well with these statues. Hopefully one of them's a one at a timer. If any of you have played Ackeries, you probably recognize some of those noises from the city building section.
Oh, yeah. All these, okay. I want to make sure that
That was very well done.
yeah, I want to make sure I got all the statues from one layer before I step on this one and get the cutscene, because it'll reset how many enemies have come out of the layer, and that would be bad. I'd have to like beat all those statues again.
Yeah, if you got experience, but at this point you're more to go forward. game, there's 3 types of layers that can happen. You have those that are enemies coming out one at a time. They defeat one another comes out. Another that they just come out in timed intervals, like that one that had all those bushes come out pretty quickly. And then sometimes they're just all out on the screen at the same time. So different ways to deal with it, and it really makes it a fascinating combat to kind of go with each time.
And of course, I have no armor, so I'm taking a lot of damage here. And I've got to step on that layer exactly. Oh shoot, more? Phantom got us a good one here. Oh, more statues.
Early statues with low gear is usually one of the big challenges you have to start getting really good at when you get into the randomizer quite a bit. That was such a lucky level up there.
I do have a medical herb here. I've also got butterfly things coming in. Oh, okay. I'm trying to bomb them with my magic here. There we go.
Nice. Ooh, Architect. Right for one of the areas or dungeons in Area 1.
So when we hit level 5, we get a point of defense, and that'll make us a lot tankier.
Absolutely. At this point, just any point defense you get is so appreciated.
Yeah. Okay, so
any odd level up, all the evens do attack.
So here we see that in the Archipelago version, you can open up a chest and get a release. So the... oh, and I just stepped right through those guys.
Very brave. Thankfully, you had a medical herb. The way those work is if you have it equipped and you run out of HP, it'll automatically replenish it. Also, leveling up does the same thing.
Okay.
For your health.
Oh, okay. That was a nice experience boost. So the Archipelago, they have different settings for like how much experience and gems you get from. I forget what the setting is at. You can either. It's not the vanilla amounts. So generally,
it is
like
2 times for gems and 10 times for experience.
Yeah. Okay. So the world is open. I could go all the way to the end and beat on some of the late game enemies, but they can also beat on me pretty hard. So I like to start out in these first few worlds, and we'll see what we get. And then when I feel comfortable, then we'll skip to the end and start getting some interesting stuff.
Also, the first 2 areas has a pretty good concentration of releases, and especially if you're trying to get any type of gear at this point, it just helps to release as much as you can.
That's right, yeah. So, the enemies aren't that hard, and I can get some stuff. Then we'll get on to the... Okay, now we're getting one at a time statues again. The statues, when you don't have a lot of like open space in your area, the statues can sometimes take a while to like decide on a good place to spawn, and then you have to, yeah, it can slow things down a little bit here.
It's gonna be rough when it's a very tense situation.
There we go.
Got the holy mouse.
No, excuse me. So we've got a few good things so far. We've got one of the things we're looking for on, I guess mainly on the NPCs, since we do have access to the end. There are some NPCs that are required, and because we need to do this dancing grandma's cutscene, so any of the NPCs involved with that, we're looking forward to getting. The other ones that we're looking forward to, really, are going to be anything that opens up an item that we can get. So there's a bunch of NPCs that will hand you items, and with the full shuffle here, those items become anything. They can be releases. So that's something we'll be looking for, is an NPC that opens up a check.
Yeah, and added to the pool is also the helper souls in this game, which normally can either make the ball of light put out some light for you in a dark place, or help you see things you weren't able to before. So those are also places you have to check as well.
That's right, yeah. Better not forget those. Another thing is that, well, the certain areas will be locked by an NPC that will need to get to open it. So there's like statues that open up an area, or someone that you release them and they open up part of a cave or something. And so we'll be looking for those NPCs.
A lot of Area 4 has that digging of a path.
You know,
There's a water shrine there. One strategy you can kind of see the Axeman doing is whenever you kind of see a layer and you're closer and you spawn something, just clear it right away. You don't have to go back later on for it.
you know. Okay, so now the question is, do I go on into the fire shrine or move on to the next act? I can see either way. I've got magic, I've got some gems. Maybe I'll go on instead of doing the fire shrine, because if I can get a sword that can beat so there's metal enemies in the shrine, in the fire shrine, and if I can come back with a sword that can beat them, then so, although actually, wait, oh, we do have that. Okay, so there's going to be a few items in here we can grab. Let's see what we get. Ooh, okay. There's a sword upgrade. That's always nice. And oh, one of Dr. Leo's soldiers. Okay, he must be in the left tower. Wait, but that's okay. So the hint's not updated in this, is it? And wait, I'm only on level 6, so tanking that might be maybe not a good idea right now. We'll just go back here and go straight to South Erta. We'll probably get some level ups faster here.
The best music in the game.
Oh yeah. Oh, nice.
Alrighty,
Anyone who's
chat.
played the Illusion games?
Alrighty, chat. Well, I am going to go ahead and this is Hebbings. I'm going to sign off. This is it for my hosting shift for the event, but I'm leaving you in the very hands, I guess, of Dark Moon EX on host for the rest of the run.
Thank you.
Make a good progression through this area. Usually if it's very low level, it's pretty tense, but you're getting through it pretty nicely, especially with that magic.
Is that the last one? It must be a slow spawner. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, man. So, let's see. I don't believe we found the bridge guard yet, though. And we'll also
None of the
need...
brush either.
Yeah, and the brush. So that opens up another area. So that was one of the things we were talking about. getting the NPCs that open up a new area is kind of one of the bigger things we're looking for, because the new area can gives us like a lot of stuff. These
Magic Flare is so nice here. Stone enemies are usually a pain to defeat.
We're getting a lot of like one at a time spawners, which slows things down a little bit. It also makes things a little easier when I'm on a lower level, so.
Yeah. It is kind of a rougher area in terms of just a lot of layers that lead to another layer, or leads to another layer versus just...
Oh, hello, Lisa.
Time to Earth, the Dream Rod helps unlock the way to a couple other releases as well. So, good NPC to see. Well done.
So there's a trick with the magic flare where you can kind of like start it and then like leave it sort of hanging there. You hold down your Y magic button until you're ready to let it kind of go away. Oh shoot! I was trying to run my HP down, but I let it go down too far. So when you take a warp like that, when you take a death, you actually... Oh, that's the... Okay. I was wondering, wait a minute, did I miss a layer? It's that one. So when you take a death, you lose all your gems, but you can kind of use it as a warp. And sometimes you may kind of like not want to take that warp if you're going to lose a whole bunch of gems, but if you've already run out your gems casting magic, then you don't really lose anything by taking a warp like this, because so I lost 8 gems. Yay! There's no experience loss or anything.
As well, for the time, just an early 90s game that would have that quality of life feature to it. So it really makes it a fun game to play casually, since it's very forgiving in that regard.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll go on. I guess I could have done the fire shrine, but we'll see what's further on here. We still don't have armor.
Fire shrine usually has metal enemies. That makes it kind of a tough decision if you want to get that early, or you want to wait until you get that weapon that can defeat those metal enemies.
If I can just interject for a brief moment here.
Oh, sure.
Just want to remind everyone this is for the Liam Foundation, a LGBTQA plus community support group out of Rockford, Illinois. We have a number of incentives that are still open, so you can contribute money and help a worthy cause right now. Mythic Quest X Worlds Collide has the naming bid war coming up, with Sid Sucks currently in the lead with $10 if you want to steal that away. Save or Don't Save Fritz on Jets of Time Afterwards is sitting at $30 for save, $31 for don't, and Worlds Collide after that with the Save or Don't Save Sid, no one likes Sid, is sitting at $25 for save and $90 for don't. So plenty for you guys to still get in on, even before we get to TaskBot with their character naming bid war. And Final Fantasy Randomizer, yes or no for fighting Warmech, and for Forced. Please donate, help a worthy cause.
Wow, you got yourself a couple nice things there. You got that Spirit Sword, which is a great item to get, especially with its attack power and being spirit enemies. Then you also got Bob the Builder in Area 6, who also unlocks another NPC that can get you an item, so King Mega. Very good Area 4 so far.
So I have a couple better swords now, but the reason I am not using them is because I can't swing them. There is this thing where you can stick your sword out, and Blazer's righteousness is such that just poking your sword out like that damages the enemies. But being able to swing your sword gets this like stun effect that is really nice when you're sort of like trying to get these enemies, and you also get a really wide swing on a really wide like arc.
Magic Flare is just ridiculous. I love it.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite spells. It's one of the most useful spells in the Rando, partly because you can, so it does a lot of damage. You can aim it at one spot. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see if we can get all these guys.
Very good. And you can see the Axeman was swinging his sword and was able to move the ball of light at the same time. When you swing your sword to your position, but then it's like as if you're moving against a wall in this game, the center of the ball's orbit can move along that direction. So it really helps when you're trying to multitask.
Alright. Okay, we finally got armor. That's the worst armor. But that is the Soul Blade.
That is the best sword in the game. It can defeat everything.
Including these snowballs.
Do you see how much experience I dropped? 2,000.
2,000 experience, yeah. So this,
Well,
yeah.
A few times I've seen that actually be where you can actually defeat those and grind with them.
Yeah. So this is, and the Soul Blade also kills everything. So when I mentioned that I wanted to come back to the that Act 2 Fire Shrine with a weapon that can kill the metal enemies, this will do it.
And you can see how fast the health goes down on those snowballs as well.
Yeah.
It is so efficient.
So I'm gonna try and clear out the rest of this area though, and then we're gonna go back there and do some other stuff.
Very good call. You also got the soul detection that can also show, I believe, visible enemies in those dungeons in Area 5.
Yeah, it's nice and convenient. Do we have the fast ROM is in this patch, isn't it?
Yep, that was originally made by Kandawatu, and Tranquilite,
right.
who created the Archipelago, he worked on getting that put into this as well. And it's basically for old games back then, Super Nintendo, you can either go with the slow ROM or the fast ROM. And if you use the fast ROM, you get less lag, and it's really evident in some of the final bosses or some of the boss fights later on. So it's really handy to have that in there. Just definitely helps us not have to worry about lag.
Oh, okay, and there's that door. So the soul, since the souls are in the pool, talking to that door is also a check.
All the experience today.
Yeah. Okay, so that was good. If we get the mushroom shoes, we can actually go further there. But I'm gonna head back here and clear out the fire shrine. Actually, what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna go do a 420 grind here. Because I can't, so this is the best sword, but I can't swing it yet.
I think
But,
it's one of the wildest revelations to someone playing the randomizer when they realize that the Soul Blade can actually defeat these spears.
yeah. So we'll just sort of, do this. This will take a few minutes, but then we'll be able to swing the Soul Blade, and then that'll be... It'll save a lot of time on just, like, everything, because we'll be able to swing our sword and, like, kill easy enemies in, like, one hit, and other enemies, we'll be able to swing the sword. We won't have to switch swords and so on, so it'll just have so many advantages, especially... So it was kind of debatable in other versions of the randomizer, especially, we got the Spirit Sword, so I can swing the Spirit Sword now, but if I can swing the Soul Blade, I can also beat the metal enemies, and I'll have a stronger sword, and then if I get Phoenix and the Soul Armor, we'll be able to use it. So, getting to level 24 just has so many benefits. And you have to get it eventually anyway to beat the game, so we might as well just do it now.
experience level you need to get to in order for 24 is 420,000. So you're going to be here for a couple minutes, but it does show that it's still one of the fastest places to grind in the game. Later
Yeah.
on, you can beat 3 enemies that give you 4,000 each, but it's still about not too much faster or slower. It's pretty close same time for this. And it's like you said, that sword arc 2 is just so wide compared to just holding out the sword. So
Yeah, and you get a
it's
stun effect
usually better
too.
luck yeah, so it just helps your survivability, helps many things. I usually just go for it. The other strat is just get to 19 so I can swing the other stuff and go from there. But I mean, too much fun to swing that sword. Come on.
Oh yeah.
One thing you notice about this game too is the movement is all orthogonal, so it means it's up, down, left, right, because Master doesn't like diagonals. So
I
we
guess
have
not.
to
Yeah.
kind of move in that way of it, and it does make things difficult sometimes. If you can see sometimes if Axeman is trying to step on a layer but not quite clear it, if you menu once in a while moving, that can kind of offset a little bit of your move position or some other things. So we bump into a wall to offset that, but still, it's just one of the little details that make this game interesting to play.
Almost there.
One thing just note about that NPC that you released earlier, that door, you notice that it said something after you release it. If you play this casually, that's usually a good strategy. If something that you release says something afterwards, you should probably talk to that NPC.
Yep. Okay, here we go. Now we can swing our soul blade. The soul blade.
All enemies shall fall like tissue paper.
Some of them we don't have to swing it, but
There's crocodile there. In this area, crocodiles make great bridges.
that's right. They don't really mind getting stepped on as long as you don't, as long as you're, as long as you're assertive about it. They don't like it when you're kind of wishy-washy,
Yeah, don't dance on them. So that is one of the conditions for the Soulblazer bingo.
Oh, dance on the crocodile.
Yep.
Oh, model town. So there's another area, but in order to reach it, it's actually in the upstairs area of Leo's lab, and so we're gonna have to get the door to the lab. I don't think we have, and we don't have the. We're also gonna need the stairs up there, so a few things to get there, but we'll make there. Okay, so.
Looking at our chat. Really, Queen MP, you haven't heard of Soulblazer? Shouts to Queen NB. She is one of the people who run the Soulblazer Randomizer Discord and really makes it a fun, positive experience there. So.
Yeah, and we actually partnered with FFR to show our last marathon, and it was a great spot for it. So we're looking forward to doing that again in the future.
Yeah, that tournament was definitely can feel like a marathon sometimes. But yeah, that one is the herb percent because you can see how many herbs we get in this game. It's aptly named because of that.
And we loved having you guys there. Thank you so much.
Yeah, an NPC doesn't have much.
A lot
One
of-
thing to note is just as you play this game, you can kind of see what enemies will give you stuff and which won't. So, and release it.
All right. So if you hit start, you can get a count of all the enemy layers. It's the number of layers that you haven't opened yet, or that you haven't, like, actually, you have to open it and step on it in order for it to get off the list. So that 1 meant that it was because I cleared all the enemies, but I can't step on it until I come back up the stairs on the other side. Oh, okay. And here's an NPC. In Act 4, there's kind of like a cave, and you need all these NPCs to open up the way through the cave. So we'll be getting a whole bunch of NPCs in that area.
Queen Anne asked if I'm ready to sing. I'll do my best, Queen.
Yeah. He might be more. He might be more interested if there are some donations for it.
Ooh. It definitely helps when we get more donations.
We had some good songs earlier. There was a pretty fun song during the during Chrysalis Randomizer.
Chrysalis, that definitely has some bangers.
The song was about the Thunder Sword. There was a very cheerful song about getting the Thunder Sword.
Now, those who are familiar with the earlier randomizer may note that Axeman skipped the chest that was down there before, that he's going to now. The thing is, with chests also possibly being releases, like there, if he got that earlier, all those enemies he would have defeated, those metal ones would respawn. So
Yeah.
it's
All
a
these
decision that we
scorpions.
have to start getting accustomed to with Archipelago.
So this is the Archipelago version. So we could play it in Archipelago. This is like a one-player, a one-player Archipelago effectively. So we can just sort of play it. Oh, she's got the Psycho Sword in her pocket.
That sword is not the best, it's a level 2 one, but it does stun enemies. And with one of the features in this Archipelago, you can also make it so that the swords progress semi-progressive, so that the amount of attack they give you is based on the quantity of swords rather
That's
than
right,
the
yeah.
sword itself. So then you can kind of use swords for different applications.
Yeah, we don't have that on, so my Soul Blade has endgame level power. Oh, look at that! We got the VIP card and the right tower, so we are
Right
good to
tower's
go
pretty
in
good.
there.
Right Tower does not have a lot of gated layers, as you can put it, but it does have a lot of releases as well as items, so it's a great place to check out.
Yeah.
Dancing Grandma 1.
Okay, that is an important one. You need to have both of the grandmas for them to dance. They won't dance alone.
They will only dance for you if there are 2.
Was that the angelfish that I wanted? But we did
Cross
get...
7,800 for singing, only $34. That sounds like a good deal. What do you think, Axeman?
Sure. Yeah. Okay, we did get this bird here. It's a shy bird, so he flies over the other side of the screen, and then you gotta get behind him. Oh, the thunder ring!
Cool name, but unfortunately a unitasker of an item.
Okay, so now that we're on level 24, we can go down in the back here. Oh wait, we've also got that.
Each of those statues in this area release. Get rid of one of those golden fish jukeboxes so you can actually get past them to get to a specific area. And it does make it one of the longest areas of the game, but it does kind of make it a nice progression to it.
Okay, so I'm doing a little sequence break here because I can. I'm a level 24, so I've got a lot of HP, and we opened up something, and oftentimes there's something good, but we'll see. It's more just because I'm kind of like going through. I could skip to the later, but now I'm level 24, so it's not like I'm going to be leveling up. So there's kind of no point in skipping ahead. If I didn't have the Soul Blade and didn't have a quick way to level up, going to the later in the game would be a good way to get that. But since we're able to get the Soul Blade and beat on those spike traps.
It's the land of the mermumans. You're not quite out this week. Definitely love seeing y'all in the chat. Keep that awesome talking. Also, those donations.
A little tip here, if you come back to this mermaid, she will refill your health. You don't have to go all the way up to the... Let's see how far we can take this.
Shouts to Yuzo Koshiro, the composer of Actraiser, whose front you're hearing right now, because that's also in that game.
So we'll be getting some HP back if we get releases.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah, even though it's just we get some HP back. I've got a medical herb too, so. And if we lose all our and if we lose all our gems, we can get them back. The enemies just keep dropping them. Oh, okay. The sleeping cat. Dr. Leo. Yeah, like you said, if an NPC says something, you should probably talk to it.
Yeah. With any sleeping enemies in this, or sleeping NPCs in this game, you need the dream rod in order to enter their dreams. And I don't think you have that yet, but it's still good to keep note of as you're going through this.
Y'all have time for a quick donation?
Sure.
We got $15 from Queen Anne B. Who's Lisa's mom, Axeman, and what does the final boss look like?
Who's Lisa's mom? Actually, it never really says who Lisa's mom is, does it? But apparently, I mean, maybe it's related to the final boss? Because... I hadn't seen this before, but now that, Queenie mentioned this to me, I can't unsee it, that the final boss looks like the shape of, a uterus.
Yep. Actually won the Percent tournament, and she said she was going to send me a uterus perler. And it looks like a boss, so...
Well, we broke up,
Great game.
So the boss music in the area will change over when you release the kind of like world leader. And that's the mermaid queen, who we haven't found yet. And so let's see if we can get these. Okay. So we successfully sequence broke that area. There is another thing that we could get in that area if it comes up. Well, we're probably going to be clearing most of the game just because that's how these settings often work. And so we don't have any. We got the Lucky Blade, which you need to go to another area in there, but. So we're going to be.
Leo's lab, which is home rebuilding.
Okay, we didn't. Yeah, okay, so we don't have those stairs, but you've always got this. And since we've got our Soul Blade, we can kill everything. This is another area where there's... Actually, this is the area where you normally get the Zantetsu sword in the game. So we've got the Soul Blade, which does the same thing. It kills Kills metal enemies.
And speaking of Dr. Leo, he's the dad of Lisa in this game, and today is it's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all
Oh
the dads.
yeah! That's right. Happy Father's Day, Dr. Leo.
So we're on for the reminder. The thing with this dungeon, compared to others, there's a lot of layers we don't need to get because they open up shortcuts we won't use, but there's also layers that lead to other layers that open up those paths. So it does make it kind of a area that gets you a lot of experience, but not necessarily a lot of releases.
Yeah.
The way the randomizer goes, you usually have to get something in here.
And there's that dream rod. So opening up this area, well, I need to get that layer anyway, and if I get some fast-moving enemies, we haven't seen them yet. Oh, okay. So there's some fast-moving enemies in this area, and they chase the wall, and there they are. Oh, okay. But if we can get them, okay. So that was pretty easy. Oh, here's more of them, but they're gonna come right to me. Okay, more of these guys.
These enemies are definitely the bane of any person running this game, casual or any type of variant of this game.
They move real fast, so like I'm almost. And when an enemy first spawns, they have a sort of spawn-in invincibility frames, and so you can't get them right away until. So I can't get them right away. And they come back faster than I could chase them down, so we just sort of waited for them to come back. They go around the wall, so you can affect their path if you open up more areas. So that layer over there just opens up more of the path, so not something we need. There's kind of like some layers that open up a path back to where you came from, and unless you think you're gonna die or something, and if you're a wimp and you think you're gonna die, then you can open that back up, and then you have an easier time walking back. But otherwise, just keep going. Oh, there's my medical alert back. Okay, let's see what we get here. Oh, they are not. So the vanilla enemy for this layer are those mice. But we didn't, so I like, because I do the speed run sometimes too. And, when you're doing the speed run, you get used to kind of like, okay, I because it's one of those spots where like, if the enemies get away from you, it can be real bad.
And if you do a release, those enemies do come back, but at least they'll be right where they were to start out with. Sometimes that's like your best way to save and recover from that time lost.
Yeah, you can use that effect of resetting the layers to your benefit by resetting them so that they just start respawning. The A leaf. Okay. That is the actinidia leaf, which is a scientific name for catnip. And there's another statue for our water area.
The Scopper enemies are very can be rough if you're low level, but the nice thing is they come across those different areas that you can't normally walk across, so it does make it nice for multitasking.
Just go ahead, since these enemies were all spawning, take them out. The big pearl. Another. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. So you can take a warp from here, or you can just go ahead and water sword. There's not actually a water sword in this game, but you know, we do get 8 swords. We get a spirit sword. Oh.
Ooh, red hot stick.
Red hot. So the red hots are another item that we're gonna need to get, and so we'll be looking forward to getting that. Okay. So now we might be taking a lot of damage because we're getting into the Act 6, which the enemies are actually strong. We're on level 24. I think we should be fine, but we only have the iron armor, so we'll actually be taking real damage here. So I need to, like, not so much just stand right on top of the enemies.
Queenie asked, "Where's your sword, Axe?"
Where's my sword? We need an axe mode for this game.
Well, that'd be a fun.
Yeah.
Like someone just graphical with all axe.
Axe percent.
There we go.
Oh. So your level can go higher than 24, but it takes a lot of experience, and there's really no reason to get that high. So, you know, once we hit 20, 24, we're kind of like, who needs it?
I think a big reason if you're doing the retro achievements, well, you got your 3rd stone so far, so you got 3 out of the 6.
Okay. I mean, that's probably going to be enough to open the World of Evil.
You don't know. And if you do go there and you don't have enough stones in this mode, it will tell you that you need more. I'm just enjoying that music a bit. The thing with this game is the music in the dungeons and everywhere else is usually pretty mellow and it's a good vibe. Illusion Gaia and Paradigma, the dungeons tend to have more tense music, so it's kind of a refreshing change when you play this versus those ones.
That was the power bracelet.
Power bracelet. Those not familiar with power bracelet, doubles your attack power essentially.
Oh, great. There's one we love to see.
Mushroom shoes, you'll be going to Lanel.
So those mimic chests don't become vulnerable until you actually like touch them. So I can't actually like use my magic and get them from a distance. Oh, okay, harp string. That's part of a check.
It's fun to talk aloud when you're playing this and you're someone who has never played this before, and they're like, "Why are you getting a harp string or anything else like that?" Cornell 357 for the cheer. Go Axe, go!
Oh, thank you. All right. See, there's more in this area. I mean, we might as well clear it out. We can go to the World of Evil, and there's more experience. There's stuff, but there's also stuff here. So, we'll just clear out this act before we go on. Yes, I would like the Watermill Keeper. Thank you.
Wow.
So this opens up another area, but we can't get to it without the bridge guard. The bridge guard opens up the bridge, so we can't go to that whole side of Grass Valley is just completely cut off until we get the bridge guard.
If you played this randomizer or the archipelago quite a bit, you're kind of used to seeing a lot build up on that right side before you finally get the bridge guard.
Okay, so Paladin is probably having fun watching me go through this without. Well, I've got the iron. I was gonna say without armor. I've got the iron armor, the worst armor, which doesn't, do a whole lot, especially when you're in this area. Oh, Grandpa. So that can potentially be part of our path to get to the dancing grandmas. We need a whole bunch of. We still need another grandma. We need the king.
You also need Grandpa Logs, the corner boy, which other parts of the bath.
Oh, but that's the magic bell, which gives us. It lets you cast magic for free, but there's another use, which is to equip it before taking a warp, and that also becomes free. So here you can see why we wanted to power up the Soul Blade. It becomes so awesome. We can kill those ghosts in one hit. Normally they would take a whole bunch of hits, or well, if we were poking, they would have to. They would like disappear on us, and that would be kind of annoying.
Some of the most dreaded enemies to deal with when the 80% left. One thing to note about this dungeon as well is this is normally where you could get at one point the soul of, I think, illusion that'll let you see down under here secret passages in the chest, and Accident's going to be able just to go through those because they don't need you to unlock those, you just need those to see them.
Ooh, that was a nice full heal. So, some of the NPCs that are like act leaders will give you a full heal, and the village chief is one of them. So we got a full heal. There, Soul of Reality. It was in here. That's awesome. I don't know if I've ever gotten the soul in the area, like in the area. So the easy way to move your soul to a certain spot is to press against a wall. And then that sort of like has the soul move out towards the direction you're pressing. And if you're pressing against a wall, a vertical wall, you can also hit diagonal and have it move up and down, and your guy will stay still and your orb will move. The other way to do it is to swing your sword. Oh, and there's those stairs. So that'll get us upstairs into Leo's house. We still need the door to his bedroom, which is where the model towns are.
And we got a question in the chat about what is the world record for the speed run from Monster Beat?
Well, I think that's your specialty, Dented.
Well, if it's any percent right now, it's 133.08 from Hulk, and 133, 125.26 by myself for the Japanese version. But then for the randomizer itself, I think Pildim has the fastest one in the 130s, but I don't recall specifically which speed.
Yeah, that might have been. Yeah, if you get a real fast seed, you can definitely. I know our estimate is 230, And in that amount of time, we'll be able to like clear everything. And well, part of the things we need to clear are some snails, so we can do this little snail race.
Oh, the magical snail race. A sight to behold, for sure.
Gotta do it.
Snail race, racing the snails.
Those spikes hurt a little bit, but there's specific armor that can prevent that damage, the elemental mail, but fortunately Axeman doesn't have it right now.
So I did a little trick where I had both of those layers on screen, spawned all the enemies at once, and got a little efficiency there.
I think I learned something new today.
I think I saw that on one of the like 100% runs, because it's useful in the 100% run. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna take a warp out here because I've cleared everything in this whole dungeon, and I'm gonna use my magic bell to get. And now I have no penalty. So now I have no penalty when I take a death warp. But you do have to make sure that you equip it. Okay, so I'm not sure how many stones we needed, but we had enough. It was 3 or less.
If I look correctly at the right place, it looks like the PB for Hildim on this one, who also rolled the seed, is 131.08 or 131.20, so very fast CD have.
So you've got to figure out where those bugs. The bugs are only vulnerable when they phase in to be visible, and they do it right when they turn around.
Shouts to Actraiser if anyone has played that and kind of recognizes the background.
And I still only got the iron armor. Maybe I'll just go down here and get a heal.
Yeah, that fireball did a big chunk of damage to you.
Yeah. So this is the last area. So we're like we're taking tons of damage from everything. We're in the last area with the first armor.
From chat, Torniro T's 15 mentioned that the world record for this US 80% is 133.08 and 100% is 246.35. I think the world record holder for any 100% is Name Faker. Also fun to watch.
So are we already nearing the end of your run?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is the last area, but it's an open world, and so we can actually since it's open world, you can get to the last area.
We actually passed the hour mark too for your run, so it might be a good time just to tell you what you got so far. Good.
That's right, yeah. So all the stuff so we need to get a lot of stuff yet. We need to get all of the red hot items. We need to get so we have the soul blade, we need the soul armor, and we need Phoenix. We need a bunch of NPCs to activate dancing grandmas. So yeah, quite a few things here.
Yep.
Did I mention
Yeah,
soul
we're the
armor?
person right now that's allowing to clear pretty quick.
Did I mention soul armor, which would be really nice because, you know, we don't have any armor, where we have iron armor. Oh, Model Town 2. Okay. So this next area isn't in logic. We'll see how far we can get. It's not going to be very far because we don't have any armor. We also used our medical herb. But we'll be able to at least get this one.
That was a nice impression by Yuzo Koshiro of a machine gun.
That's right.
Yeah, if you had the soul blade, soul armor, when the scaries show up, you wouldn't get hurt.
Oh, we're actually
That was
gonna.
a quick layer, so you're able to get the shortcut.
That was amazing. Yeah, okay. I didn't expect to be able to sequence break that, but we got 2 layers that respawned all the enemies real fast, and so we were able to kind of like, we were able to punch through fast enough. We're also on level 26, which is higher than you usually need to get to. Okay, so let's see. What do we have open now? I think we've got some stuff up here. We might need to talk to an NPC to open up like something else. So we can get this door. Okay, and that's gonna wait, but we don't have the bridge guard yet, right?
I don't think you have the bridge guard yet.
Yeah, and we don't have that door. But we've got a bunch of other NPCs sitting around different places. So let's see. Someone's going to open up something.
Yeah, the ebb and flow of this randomizer, you clear a lot of things, you get a lot of releases, and then you have to go through the towns kind of check to see what you've truly released with each of
Oh
them.
no, that's right. You know what we got that we have to follow up on? We got the mushroom shoes. I think that's like... I think that might be like the only major area we can go to right now. Like I said, we've got some NPCs, but like, yeah, we pretty much have to do Lanel, and we still don't have armor. The magic flare that we have isn't the best spell for Lanel, but we can make it work. Also, we're on level 26, and we have the soul blade, so we're gonna be annihilating everything. Okay, here are our mushroom shoes. And I will not forget my favorite layer up here.
The layer a lot of us forget to get.
Yes. It was just the ice. I mean, it is a better armor. We got the second armor. I mean, okay, so each armor, except for the first one, which we were just wearing, every armor past that one has a special ability. And the ice armor special ability is that the heated floors, like in the basement of the fire shrine, and in Act 5, you can wear the ice armor and you won't take damage on those heated floors. But we've already cleared a bunch of that area, so it's not quite as useful.
Got some cherry-flavored sorcerers up there. Those ones get too close to spin around, and then you can't get them until they actually stop spinning. Another annoying enemy in the game.
Oh, okay. That was Dr. Leo. And so that's Dr. Leo and both of his soldiers, which means we can do the Leo cutscene. So there's another check. And here's our bridge guard. Okay, that opens up a lot of stuff.
Nice. Again, Dr. Leo is the dad of this game, so happy Father's Day. Very cool bit of multitasking there.
So that if we stay further away from those Wizrobe enemies, they don't teleport, and you can actually hit them remotely with your magic from a distance. So the idea was that I wanted to stay from a distance, get them, take them down, and by staying on that second, this other pathway, I was able to get there. Ooh, that's my first emblem.
Yeah.
Usually you see a bunch of them earlier, but
That
sometimes.
doesn't make this better, see.
Oh, not quite. Okay.
Very valiant there.
There we go. You've got to really hammer you've got to really like swing your sword fast in order to kind of get that. So, and you also have to hold down the direction. So if you're not like swinging the sword fast enough, you'll move and get in range so that the Wizrobes will like do their teleport. We'll get those guys too. Oh. Okay, he's not the one that gives the hint. It's the one on the other side. There's one that tells you, I know a sleeping soldier that has something. So I didn't bother unequipping the mushroom shoes because I don't need the power ring or the power bracelet to one-shot all the enemies here.
They're kind of tough right now.
Okay, the singer. So that's everything to do our harp string check. And we'll get to hear the song.
One of Queenie's favorite songs of the game.
It's everyone's favorite song. Oh, and there's the queen. The beautiful mermaid queen.
Multitasking here too for those slimes. Nice thing, kind of like the sorcerers attacking from a distance. They don't do all the bouncing, but they do stay visible. They stay vulnerable when they are moving around.
Yes. Okay, and there's the Greenwood Leaf, which opens up the last shrine in Act 2. So we have a good chunk of the game open now. And you know,
Remember dance tunes.
since everything is mixed up all over in this game, like with these flags, I pretty much expect to clear everything. So we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna keep clearing stuff. So why not go back to the beginning? Because we've got a lot of good stuff here because we have Lisa and we have the watermill, so we can actually take care of her. Oh, another mermaid. So that's 3 of the 4 areas in Act 3. Out of my way.
And the bridge guard, or the watermill operator who didn't
Is
realize that you're supposed to turn the wheel one way versus the other.
Uh-oh. I'm sure he's very skilled at his job.
So to enter Elisa's dream, we need to smack her in the head with the dream rod, and then we can go in there.
She'll tell us to get out of her house, and then she has a change of heart, says, please come back. But sorry, this is a speed run, and we've gotta keep going. Okay, we got another stone, but in with these settings, the stone is getting a further stone is worthless because we've already opened the World of Evil. So since we
making an effort.
this was actually our first time going to someone's dream. So the mechanic here is that you go into a dream, and sometimes it'll open up an area. In this case, we opened up another area, and that will let us get to another treasure chest and another lair. If we hadn't found Lisa before we went in here, and then we got her later, then we have to think, oh, we have to go all the way through here again. And since, you can't, in order to kind of like take that quick warp out, you have to, die. And we have a lot, our HP bar is a little long, and since this is the first area, the enemies will only do 1 point of damage. So it would take longer to take a death warp than it would to actually just walk out. And so doing this in a separate, if we had to kind of double dip this and get just these two layers, it could have been pretty annoying. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything useful here, but now we've seen it.
If you're playing the randomizer just ever yourself on this, and you just notice you're getting into a long chain of stuff that doesn't seem to be useful, yeah, welcome to the club. We see that quite a bit sometimes.
Yeah. Now that door opens up into the kitchen where there's 2 items. Oh, there's another emblem. I think I lost my game audio again. Oh. I don't hear Densit either. Oh, there. Okay. Is Densit still here?
There we go. And
all right.
You got the gatekeeper grandpa there.
Awesome. Oh. So that was important.
Another check with Momo the Mole that can guide to their home, and they'll give you a chest.
So one of the speed ups in the animations have been sped up. So normally there's a much slower animation. Like every time you kill one enemy, there's kind of this like it goes pretty fast, but there's kind of like this little fire animation, and then their experience amount sort of floats up. That's all been sped up.
Yeah, it's really cool how y'all sped that up, but it does, you're kind of used to how it was before. It's definitely a little bit unsettling at first.
So that opens up the way back, but since we've already done Lisa, we don't... And actually, a lot of times people won't even bother with that, because by the time you've like walked away all through here... Oh, we got another spell, but probably not going to bother using it.
The rotator, usually you hold the button and it just makes the ball of light just turn up fire and spin around you to attack enemies. But Magic Player doesn't get a little more pushy.
Okay. So we got the boy, but we don't have the pass, so he will not let us into his secret hideout. Wait. Let's just do the light shrine first.
Shouts to the music of Lost Side. I love the song.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we cleared everything in the fire shrines. We'll just walk through here. And so we got the greenwood leaf. Without the greenwood leaf, these rafts won't let you ride. So they're like, oh, because the rafts, you know, talk. Because, you know, everything has a soul. It's Soul Blazer. So with the greenwood leaves, we can take the rafts, get around all the way through here, release the king. This is the king, King Magrid, who made the pact with Death Toll and sold the souls of everyone in his kingdom. It didn't work out very well for him. You know, I guess... I mean, first you might guess, well, if you sell everyone's soul, who will we be king of? But then the other problem is, you know, he has a soul, and apparently that was included in the bargain too. But we find out that...
I thought that was just a thing the peons had.
Yeah, you know. But we find out that it's not really his fault. We'll let him, you know, stay being king. It was all the queen's fault.
More emblems. They're up to 3 out of the 8. The one annoying part about this floor of the Light Shrine is there's not a lot of releases, but there are a lot of layers.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun to do when you're doing the any percent or any other things. Just getting creative ways to clear everything as quick as you can.
So these fireballs are an enemy that you can't beat without either the Spirit Sword or the Soul Blade. But, you know, Soul Blade, everything goes down. And again, stone, which we don't need, so in the classic version of the randomizer, the Soul Blade is kind of, it has all the same effects. It can beat anything. Oh, and there's the door we need. Okay, that's good. Now we can do the model towns. So the Soul Blade has that effect, but it's not considered in logic, whereas the Archipelago actually put the Soul Blade in logic for taking down those fireball enemies and the metal enemies. So you do get it quite often, either early or close to early.
Normally in this part of the game, you'd also, if you're playing casually, you would get a helper soul that would turn your ball of light into a torch to help you see everything. But
that's right, yeah.
we don't have that, but Axeman is quite familiar with the area, so he's completely fine. Don't y'all worry.
Yep.
Yeah, talking graphs, I don't think I'm that sleep deprived. No feeling there. Thanks, Odoron.
So yeah, there's a few tricks you can navigate. You know, you get these candles, so you can kind of, you know, go by those. And then the other thing is, if you do bump into a wall, your orb will move just as if, so you can see your orb move. I think I was playing the Archipelago version. I was playing flags where you didn't get the orb, and I was going through here, and I was thinking, oh, holy cow, I don't have the orb. If I, you know, bump into the wall, I won't see like the orb moving, but I was still able to make it through.
Pretty good frame perfect quick strat there. Good job.
Yeah. It's pretty easy when you got the Soul Blade. Well, and this level, your
Level
pokes
26, everything's falling.
Yeah, your pokes do get stronger when your sword, when you level up too. And that door, Okay, we're getting all the doors.
Lovingly known as the Z door because it leads to the Z sword. Zentetsu sword that will let you defeat the metal enemies there. Also opens up to a couple other checks as well if you got those unlocked.
Okay, the sleeping soldier has a mouse. And there are a couple mouses that are useful, so... Okay, let's see if there's some NPCs. I remember, we did get the room... Yeah, we got the roommate squirrel.
Roommate squirrel, I love it.
And that's gnome, but we don't have all the, and we don't have the nuts. So that squirrel will, he wants some nuts before he gives you that, and we don't have his nuts.
You probably saw some of those releases. They're just a floating ball of fire. And in this game, if you're released but you don't have a place to actually stand in or whatever, you're going to be just sitting there on fire, I guess. So, talking to the NPCs sometimes, you're like, oh, it hurts. So, thanks, game, for making it kind of absurd.
Okay. So like I said, I kind of expect to do everything. So we're gonna clear it all. Some of these take longer to like when we got to go in the dream, open up a spot, and then come back. It takes a little longer, but we're gonna expect we got to do everything here. That often ends up being the best strategy. Is just clear everything as you go.
Yeah, very much. You can see that as you were walking through, using those items as you walk through them. Though they may not necessarily have the NPC yet you need, but still, it's just good to get those out of the way and done. So.
Now that girl was an important part of the snail race incentive because, well, and we also do need her to open up some other areas. Now wait, we still don't have the bubble armor. Maybe I'll just, because we got a bunch of other areas, I'll come back and get that later because we're probably going to get the bubble armor eventually. Okay, we don't have the door key, and we need to have both of the cats there before we can get into the mouse hole. But we do have this door here now, and we've got this cat, which is sleeping. So this sleeping cat has a dream about Dr. Leo talking about how if all the plants die, then there won't be any oxygen left in the air, and we'll all suffocate. And apparently plants have souls, so, oh, there's our delicious seeds. Alright, time for the model towns, and we do have the soul here, so we'll be seeing that.
This is almost like Gulliver's Travel, seeing all the little mini soldiers, everything. So, what a treat when you're playing it when younger age. Like, I think I was 9 when I first saw this. And just like, it's so cool.
Okay, we've got some stronger armor now. Now I'm much tankier. The Mystic Armor's bonus is that you have more iframes whenever you take damage. So I don't actually know, since I don't know like which layers have a release that will do a screen wipe versus just give me something, I am kind of being careful about all of them.
Very wise decision.
Oh, Phoenix! So that was one of the required things that we need to get. And it's a spell that we can use if we find the soul armor, which, I mean, we eventually need to do it because it's what we need to do to fight the final boss with. But if we get it before, we can use it on other bosses, which it actually hits bosses, which most magic doesn't. At least not without a, a magic-only hack.
Very true.
Okay. No, that's not the fish. So there's another angel fish that is one of the soul keepers, but that was not it. Okay, that mermaid doesn't have anything for us.
And with that soul detection, you can see all those invisible enemies, which is definitely welcome.
Yeah. Okay, Secret Snail, he has an item for us. Oh, and that is the power plant, which is the boss of this area. Not a real big area, but a few things.
No, it seems like in this game, if there's a small area with layers and you decide to skip it, you probably regret it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to count on clearing everything. Oh, because you never know where that boy will show up. That was another part of our required path to get to the dancing grandmas.
Y'all have time for a quick donation?
Sure.
We have $25 from Dented Razor. Here's to a great cause, a fantastic runner, and hopefully a song with the dancing grandmas. Reminder to everyone out there, this is all in support of the Liam Foundation, an LGBTQIA plus community support group out of Rockford, Illinois. 100% of all proceeds from this marathon go directly to them, so your support is greatly appreciated.
Oh, okay. There's the sleeping soldier. He gets us something, and the emblem. So the emblems, there are 8 of them, and we think of that as the pedestal because you have to get all 8 of them, and then you have to. There's a couple steps on the NPC, but it's not real long. But you kind of have to let this goat bash a tree and drop a gem, and it's fun. Okay. We call this dolphin Chungus. I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm not sure where Chungus's name comes from. You have to ask Paledem about that.
The last person donated, yes, I do have a song in my head to sing. Thanks to consideration for your donation.
So you can see that as we release more and more of the souls here, we're kind of gradually filling out the world, repopulating it.
I get the bring a fun sense of progression as we're playing through it casually.
So we cleared the first model town. The first model town has more stuff, but it takes longer, of course. The second model town goes a lot faster. It doesn't have quite as much stuff.
Got the mermaid herb dealer there who will either sell you an herb or probably something different. because that's how the randomizer goes.
Gem.
Do you have enough gems yet, Axeman?
It's probably enough, but you know, you can never have too many, I guess. Okay. We're gonna unequip we're gonna take a warp here to get back fast. The enemies here are strong enough that, as long as I mean, if we weren't on level 26 with high-end armor, like, we wouldn't even need to bother with that, but we are going to... Oh, wait. We'll use our ice armor for this area. Now, these rotating things, we actually can't kill them with our soul blade. I guess they're traps rather than, like, enemies, so... And they're...
said best song. Definitely a great one.
And there's the mole that has the soul... Well, his vanilla gift is the soul that lights up the light shrine. But we'll see what he actually gives us.
Mystic armor, if I recall correctly, that increases your iframes when you keep going.
That's right, yeah. We get more iframes. Now there should be... I think there'll be mice... Yep, there they are. Okay. Let's make sure we get them. We'll just go ahead and beat the boss first.
One nice thing when you get familiar with this game, you can kind of see some of those telltale signs of enemies that are normally there somewhere else. You probably can guess what type they are. That boss can only be damaged by either the Z sword or the soul blade, so hopefully we have the soul blade, so that just went down very good. Also, if you have Phoenix, and you have everything you can with Gas Phoenix, with the soul blade, full armor, level 24, and a swing sword, that can damage any boss as well in the game.
So we can open up a teleporter back to the shrine there, but we've got a couple more things to get here. And that gem, which is one of our warp gems that takes us back, so we'll just be using that. Oh, Spark Bomb, yay! One of the not-so-great magic spells. There's our bubble armor!
Bubble armor, like its name suggests, it gives you a bubble so that in Area 3 you can walk around the seabed without taking damage.
Yep. So let's just go ahead and do that. So this will be Blester, the stormy island of Blester. And, oh, okay, we don't have that. Oh, no, we do have the queen, though. We haven't talked to her yet. You know, the queen tells you that about the blue stone, and no one else says this about the stones, but she says that, like, when she saw the blue stone, it has an effect where, like, if a bad person looks at the stone, they become, like, evil or something, and she looked at the stone and started putting people in jail, but apparently we're gonna let her stay the queen. Okay, we have everything we need for this. That's right, yeah, we got the big pearl some time ago. So, we have to go into their dream, into this dolphin's dream, and then in its dream, we give it the big pearl. And that's going to open up a passageway for us to get some stuff.
Got the dolphin ride as well. Very nice. And if y'all like any games where you go into dreams, shout out to the game Alundra. It's also
Oh yeah.
where you go into people's dreams.
I think there's a randomizer for that. The worthless old man. Did we get this one? Okay, good. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and clear the rest of the areas. Oh wait, we can't get that one. I'll do...
One thing to note about that jukebox that we saw down there earlier, in the randomizer, that used to be in a different spot that would basically block
Oh,
you
yeah.
from going anywhere else down there. But Daxman and Hilden worked together, and probably been some other people too, but got it so that moved it to that spot so we can still access now Durian and the Ghost Ship without having to have that one unlocked. So shout
Yeah.
out to those people.
Yeah, without that, you wouldn't be able to go, just like we did earlier. We went to the ghost ship, and we still don't have that Rockbird statue, so we wouldn't have been able to do the ghost ship earlier. Oh, there's our other grandma. So we got both grandmas. So now we need the king, and we need Grandpa Logs. We also need...
Grandpa Logs, who holds the log.
We also need 2 more of the red hot items. We only have the stick. I mean, the Phoenix resides on the stick, but that's not enough to use it.
Another of the Woodston trio. If you have all 3 of them, they can give you a check in Area 2.
We do have the thunder. Okay. We totally do not need to do this, but we will. We will call down righteous thunder from the master.
Normally you need that to defeat some metal enemies that are in this area because that spell just damages anything. Just defeats them. So, but unfortunately, this is the only place that has those. X-Man is using it, since why not? There we go. Again, shouts to the fast round for making all the birds on screen not put it to us screeching halt with the game.
Yes. Yeah, that fast ROM is pretty convenient in a lot of spots. Oh, 2 gems. Yay! I mean, so normally you have to use oh, that boy. Well, that's nice. A medical herb, yay. Well, we do need that boy to do the snail race, because the section that he opened up is part of the snail race course. So we did need him. Have our power bracelet here. Okay, one more area, and it is Durian, our favorite undersea volcano. I mean, I guess the volcano isn't actually undersea. You have to go go under the sea to get to it. Oh, okay.
Queen Margaret, who normally you have to tell her that she's free to give you an item in the game.
Oh, and there's the last of the Woodstick trio. Our favorite animal trio. If we're able to solve their very difficult puzzle, we can get an item.
Oh, I forgot to mention that in that dream that X-Men went into for the Chungus Dolphin, does unlock the way to what we call the Hype Cave, which has a chest with a plot, but there's another Hype Cave later on, and usually it gives you good stuff sometimes, but once in a while you get either nothings and gems, or a lot of what you need, so it's kind of a lotto ticket in some ways.
Oh, another crocodile. Let's see, is that everything we need to reach Tiki?
A lot of these fireballs at this point they fall in random positions, but if you had the little protection, that would protect you from any of those. Normally, if you're playing this casually, you would have it around this time.
Y'all have time for a quick donation?
Sure.
We got $10 from Mashima saying, let's put this, that Rando and Randomizer, put this to 4 force tonight.
Ooh. Oh, okay. And those steps go up to the attic where we'll talk with Marie the doll. I guess she is Lisa's doll, so that house is Leo's house. And Lisa also lived there, and that was her doll. Okay. There is the Grass Valley Hype Cave, because it has 3. We call it the Hype Cave because it has 3 items. And oftentimes they have good stuff. Typically it has better stuff if you find it early, but we'll get there eventually.
Lab cat number 2.
Yep, we can lead them out and go in the mouse hole now. Oh, dolphin. So
The dolphin.
for the lava here, oh, that's nice. So the light arrow is the best spell in most, kind of like earlier in the game. Later in the game, this magic flare is really best just because it like one-shots everything. There is the red hot ball. We needed that.
What a durian. This was a great one.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got 2 red hots. We've got most, yeah. We're doing a little better here. Let's see what else we got. That's right, we got this snail. Oh, so that grandpa. Looks like we have another Nerf war going on. This has been a really interesting marathon for various events. Oh, okay. So we have the whole racetrack, but we have 2 out of 3 snails. So we're going to need another snail before we can go on. And we don't have that. But we can do the last area in the mountain, which is... Or let's go to this armor. So we can do this last area, which which is Loon, the underground lake Loon. Soul, okay, there's the soul that would have let us see underground. So switch to our light arrow. We get a cross-shaped pattern on there, and it does, yeah, it does enough damage to take down these sorcerers, or the wizrobes, or whatever they are. It takes them out in one shot, which is real nice.
The range is also really good with those two.
Yeah. Alright, here's another spot where we... get all these guys spawning. We've got so many gems, we don't really need to worry about... Oh, well... Okay. As long as those bats are circling us, we might as well finish them. Alright, and there is the mouse guarding the hole. So if we lead the cats out of the room, he'll let us into this hole.
Echoing Odoron, welcome in Raiders, since we had a raid of 30.
Nice!
This range.
Thank you.
Just recall what you have left for go mode is you need the soul armor, you need the red hot mirror, and you need a path to get to the king as well as reviving the king.
Yes. And we need one more snail. That's the important thing.
Yep. One more snail for that race.
Oh, and there's Grandpa Logs. Okay, so all we need now is that red hot mirror. So we're getting close here. I mean, we have cleared a pretty good chunk of the game, though. And pretty easy one cycle there.
Fine, perfect. Good job.
If we had the Phoenix, well, or we were able to use Phoenix, we could have actually, you know, done it before he even. He could have gone down before even, you know, coming.
Very nice. And that north part will release a shortcut so you can get back to this hub.
Yeah, so we'll be kind of, you know, going around, taking down these enemies with our arrows. The arrows are just so good in this area.
Lots of spiky kitties. Or not those spikes.
Well, that worked out.
Very nicely place light arrows there.
Okay. The Ivy. I still don't think.
Pass.
Yeah. I don't think we have the pass yet, though. But, you know, it could be. We have a lot of NPCs. We've got a few more areas. Not a whole lot, though. We've got, like,
Good
less.
place so far.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Left Tower and we have Rockbird that we haven't done yet, right? Let's just get what we can here and see what opens up. Out of the room, cats. We need to go in the mouse hole. I mean, it must be a pretty big mouse hole, because we could just walk right in. I mean, they didn't say Blazer has any ability to, like, shrink down.
Very flexible.
Oh, wasn't that convenient? The plant has the mouse, and this mouse has another item. Although it's just gems. Well.
The game thought you were running low. I mean, you're under 1,000.
Okay, so we cleared both the model towns. We don't have that plant. There's another NPC there that gives us something, and it is a plant. That's right. Marie has the Psycho Sword. Okay, so we got... Well, we still don't have the soul armor. I guess... Well, the queen... The queen could have something. So after you do... Is it... So is the queen's item still hidden when... It isn't, right? They have something where you can still get the queen's item. Oh wait, okay. Did
No,
that.
in this game, if you go through a certain cutscene, the queen will no longer be there, standing there, and then you can get an item where she was standing.
So you can get a hint on this item, but we're just gonna do it because we want to hear the song. We might not have enough time to go through the ending, so might be the only chance. That song does play at the ending, but it's sort of like 10 minutes into the ending and before it plays. So, and he has. Oh, okay. That mouse is not useful to us. We still don't have
this randomizer is just how fast the text speed is. Normally the game would be 3 frames per character. That would be because the work of those working on the randomizers made it so it's just either instant speed or same as Japanese, where it was 1 character per frame. So
yes,
and thanks to the developers for that.
The instant text is very nice. It took a few extra hacks. The instant text. I tried putting in the instant, and it was easy to implement, but it kind of crashed the game a few places. So there was a few spots where Tranquilite, who programmed the archipelago, was able to I think, did he like decompile the whole game? He definitely did a lot more work than anyone else doing the randomizer.
Big shout-outs to him. And also to the Queen, who
shout-outs to this.
has her James Bond moment right now. And the ultimate handoff right there, back to back. That key from one to the other.
Oh, okay, here we go.
And Tool Shop Owner's Son, who can also have an item for you, or release.
Yeah. Okay, and we do not have... Oh, and by the way, we're... Leo has some last words for us, but, again, sorry. Sorry, Dr. Leo, we won't be hearing your last words. This is a
Gotta go
speed
fast.
run.
Sorry.
I'm sure they're very profound. Oh, and there's that plant.
Last words. Make sure my oven's turned off.
Well, I guess we'll keep getting stuff here. We gotta go all... Oh, we also got the door key, though. That was the interesting part.
Help keep track with a lot of this stuff. There is an auto tracker made by Arsnicus that really helps out quite a bit. But
Yes.
Also,
I had that up.
something for Emo Tracker too.
I had that up. But we don't have it on our on the stream. But I normally do put it on. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to give us 2 items. One of them is under the chest, and the other one is inside, which is the Flame Ball spell. That's the spell that in the vanilla game you get first right off. In the flags that we're playing, you get a random spell as your first check there. So let's see, what else do we have? Oh, that's right, we got Leo's painting. We gotta do the painting. And we also have Teddy here. Well, how about $1 billion? Well, his mom just yells at him and says, "Give it to him. He's the Blazer. You don't want to bring down the wrath of the Master, do you?"
One of the 2 hype games in the game.
And there's our Zantetsu sword and the light armor, which is an even stronger armor, but... Did I get both of these? Better safe than sorry when you're checking for all the items. Okay. There's a goat. Actually, I'm not sure if the goat's hint works in this archipelago. Soul of Shield. That's for the raining lava in Durian, which we've already cleared, so we won't be getting use out of that. Okay, we will need to take Dr. Leo's thing here. We will back.
Go in there.
Okay, I guess we don't need that, but we can do that.
Clyde Kenny in the chat. I can't tell if this game is like Illusion of Gaia or Actors. There's definitely some similar. And yeah, Quintet definitely reused assets.
Oh yeah. And you'll see this area was going to have one of the major ones, especially if you're familiar with Illusion of Gaia. Well, if you've gotten, you'd have to have gotten all of the red gems in Illusion of Gaia. Oh, magic armor. So the magic armor has the bonus of all of your spells have cost half as much. All right.
It's one neat thing with playing this game. You do release a lot in each area, which definitely makes each area feel like there's a lot of life and variety to each spot.
Yeah, and
When
it's
you're going through the randomizer, it's like, wow, I really don't need a lot of this, do I?
yeah.
This painting is actually Dr. Leo's vision, his painting of the World of Evil, and holy crap, he got the soul armor.
Okay, we're going to use that, and we'll use our Phoenix, because we can! Oh, and there's the emblem deer. So that's the deer that we need to reach the gem where we would get the we would trade in all the emblems. Oh, and there's our left tower. So that's the last area that we need that we haven't done yet. After that, we'll just be down to NPCs. It'll just be a matter of going around getting the rest of them. There's Grandpa that gets us to the jail.
Good old prison grandpa. Some good stories for us all.
And, Rockbird. We didn't get Rockbird either. Okay. A few more areas to do, I guess. We'll get to it. Although, you know, we may not need to clear everything as long as we can. As long as we can get our all the things we need, which currently is
the mirror, the king, and I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. We need the Mountain King,
Yeah, the path to the king.
the mirror, and we need one more snail for our snail race.
Ah, yes, the snail. There we go.
We can't forget the snail race.
Telling y'all, that race is something to behold there.
Oh, emblem F. That's 6 emblems.
You got Hype Cave and you have Hype Race, so that's what that one is.
Okay, we'll clear. Wait, we need to switch back to this. Wait, bubble armor, bubble armor. There is our
See, the
last
camera's
one.
going to focus on that one spot where it used to be.
We do also have that, don't we? The Hype Cave. We'll get, okay. We'll head there after we do Rockbird here. What is Rockbird described as? The shoal island of shoals or something?
To me, it just kind of reminds me of the land of 1,000 seas, however you want to put it. If you don't like ponds, that's your place to go to relieve stress, because you're going to be draining a few. That's one fun part about the randomizer in the archipelago. You can change the rate of enemy spawns to be faster than the vanilla game had before, so you do get some that are just really absurdly quick. There you go, starting those ponds. You're taking them all out, buddy.
Oh yeah. Soon this will be a very dry tidal pool. These gems. How many gems do we need? Oh, tornado!
Allows you to harness the power of RNG.
The tornado, you know, it's very powerful. If it does happen to decide to go on top of an enemy, that enemy will die. But, you know... it may not be the best spell if you're not confident in your luck on where the tornado decides to actually touch down.
Shouts to Inven for on my magician mode hack trying to defeat Death Toll with tornado.
Pretty awesome. $160 gems. That boy doesn't help us. And you notice the jail is locked until we get the Mountain King.
Yep. I don't know if we ever find out why that boy went to jail in the first place.
That's right. He must be a bad boy. And he got thrown in jail. Okay, I am gonna run over and grab whatever is in this cave here. We will find out what's there.
Definitely nice mellow music in this area as well, and that slap bass, which seems like a lot of early Super Nintendo games used quite a bit.
I'm gonna take off my bubble armor. There's a good chance that we'll get a lot of HP back here. If we find a medical herb, we'll just get a full refill, but if not, we can take a warp after this. So we'll see what happens. Oh, the hideout boy. And there's the Mountain King. Okay, we needed him. That's one of our necessary things. Now we just need that red hot mirror. So, since we got a full health refill there, if we hadn't got any health refills, we could have, you know, just sort of tanked the rest of the damage and taken a warp out of here. But instead...
Chat Phoenix FF29 mentions that Illusion of Gaia is a spiritual sequel to Soul Blazer. That is true.
That's right, yeah, Soul Blazer was first.
Yep, and also, yep, Metal Mantis or Solid Arm is also in Illusion of Gaia.
Okay, so we got Elemental Mail. We didn't need, but we will also get something from Lou the Dolphin here.
What you got? What you got?
Strange Bottle.
And you can see that throughout when Axeman has been taking intentional death warps, he's been using the magic bell. The alternative way of doing it is using strange bottles, but those get removed when you do that.
Oh, okay, yeah, there's nothing there we can get. What else?
Yeah, not even that snail that we need.
That's right, yeah. Okay, so the last, like, major thing to get is gonna be here. Oh, that's right. I need... Did we get the soldier? Is he in this house? I always forget. No. So, oh, these two. He was just removing some dust from his eye. I think the soldier that sees that has the soul is in that house. I think?
Yep.
But we do have the left tower. And we don't even have to show our platinum card because we, okay. We'll use that one.
Yep, since you defeated the queen, one of the guards that were with her was guard this tower. You don't need the platinum card.
Nothing. I always love that when you get nothing.
Thank game.
Oh, there's the mobile key. We've got the soul armor, so there's technically another spot in the world of evil that's in logic. Emblem number 7. Another maid. Okay.
I'm not sure if you checked what the emblem fairy has.
I didn't check what he has yet. Oh, there's the last one. We do have everything we need to get it. So I guess we could go there next. That was our last, like combat area. Oh, I guess we do have we have another boss here. Let's just take it out. Okay.
The fun demon bird, or some people call it the jerk bird, or swooper, whatever you like to call it.
So this is where you hope that the demon bird doesn't swoop down and instead just sort of meanders across the top. When he shoots fireballs at you, and if you're not careful, he can, kill you pretty easily. Probably if you don't have the best armor and everything. So this is what you want to see.
Good fight.
Yeah, on level 26, we can actually one-cycle him. And, Super Bracelet, not an item that we absolutely needed, but, nice to have. The Super Bracelet has the effect of both the Power Bracelet. Oh, and we're going to have to talk with Lisa now. She has an important question for us. Is Blazer really a human just like her? I don't know. We don't actually get that much information about Blazer. He's like the disciple of the master, and he comes down to blaze the souls. And let's see, what do we have here? We had... Oh, okay. We can use that.
Good one. Blue green banner.
And we get the Winston Trio here. The prize is goat food, which we don't need, but we'll just go ahead and do this. And, well, it's always the squirrel on the right.
Something about the original randomizer, the goat food, if you use that with the goat in area 1, it would actually tell you where one of the 3 control equipment items were. But this one doesn't. So thankfully we're already set. We don't need to worry about that.
Anyway, take this. Oh, and there's the goat that we give the goat food to.
Monster Jesus asks what do the 3 hot items give. Those are required for the dancing grandmas.
Yes. All right, and so you can actually do this. The gem's gonna drop, and we could have done this earlier to see what we would get, and it's just a medical herb. But since we had everything, we will actually, just get it. Okay.
We always wanted.
Turbo, wait! So that bird is their name is Tiki. And we're also going to get, this mole is the, oh, there's our red hot mirror, okay. So that was our go mode. We just need that last snail for our snail race. Oh, but you know what? The last snail could be on the Mountain King.
Yeah, it could be.
Let's go ahead and
also
check.
a song, which I got to get ready.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's right. Okay, and this is going to be the song because we are going to have the most epic dance scene in the game here. It is Dancing Grandmas. Get ready for the Dancing Grandmas.
Dancing grandmas are the best. They spin around really fast. The Axeman is really good at crystal. Let's run hey.
Oh man. Okay, Death Toll moves into position, which means we can go in his palace here. So this is why the Dancing Grandmas are always required. In the vanilla game, your prize here is the Phoenix spell. And we will get the Chest of Drawers. Oh, back there. Okay, well, let's keep checking stuff.
That Rip Roaring and Race we keep hearing so much about.
We do have a couple things here. We've got Gnome, and as soon as we find that snail, we can do our snail race. That's the only thing we're waiting on. We can actually, go ahead and beat the game, but what point would it be to beat Death Toll when we haven't even raced our snails? Oh, we've got our Dream Rod. So there are 2 more things in Loon, and that was why I opened up the well, I guess if you're on a high level, it takes so long to take that Death Warp that it's better just to walk out. So we will go back into Loon and get these 2 things.
Thanks, Bill Dim, for throwing a couple dancing grandmas in the chat. We always
Thank you. If you back off fast enough, you can kind of get these. You have to do it just right. Okay. Let's see. We got. There it is. All right.
Holy biscuits.
There's our snail. We are now go. We are go for snail race. I mean, we're also in go mode, but I mean, what's more important?
Go, Mr. Chop Chop.
Okay, so we start the snail race by talking to the girl here. She is the starter race runner. And then we say, on your mark. Well, everyone's on the mark. Go!
Holy crap, look how fast.
Oh, man!
I've never seen anything this fast on the Super Nintendo.
Can I race with these guys? And, you can actually talk to them, and, I don't have time to talk, I'm gonna lose the race. So,
Manipulating the odds, how can it be?
Yeah, I think they all move the same speed, unless you actually, have one stop, and then they just keep going while you're talking to them. And, I don't think we need to finish the race, but, yeah. So, that is the snail race. I hope you enjoyed the snail race.
Everyone get back into your seats, get nice and comfortable after that blew you out of it, so.
Okay, let's get our super bracelet because we have it. One of the things Death Toll sometimes asks, oh, you found the super bracelet too.
Definitely helps make the battle go a little bit faster.
It's no more powerful than the power bracelet, but you do get the extra tankiness. You actually take half damage, which is kind of nice because I mean it's really annoying to you can sort of dodge these laser beams, but it's not very convenient. and if you have the super bracelet, you can just tank all the damage. If you just get up here, you're only going to take 1 damage, 1 hit from each of the laser beams.
It's very useful for the any percent.
Yeah.
You'll notice when both the fireballs and the laser beams are on the screen at the same time, still really fast, but
Oh, and by the way,
the slow
time will be when death toll explodes here. Oh, and do you see? Do I need to remind everyone about Queenie's theory about death toll here? Just look at the shape of his face. I'm not sure if everyone will agree, but
anatomy lesson.
Yeah.
Equals uterus.
Yeah. So when the uterus explodes, that'll be time.
Actually, I thought you'd never say that during
I don't know if there's any other games that are happening where that comes up. No.
Probably getting really close on time here.
There we go. Time.
What a great run, buddy.
Cool. Oh, that was a lot of fun. And thanks for donating for the water sword, the scion of the master water sword.
All right, thanks for that wonderful run, Axe Man. Any final thoughts before we get set up for the next run?
I guess it's Father's Day, so I got to give a shout out to all the dads and my son, the Hatchet Boy, who let me come out here today. It's been really cool to come out here and hang out with everyone.
And if you are interested in the Randomizer, you can go to randoblazer.com, which
Yes.
does have a link to the Discord.
Yeah, hopefully I have a link on that.
All right, thanks very much. Appreciate you coming out, X-Man. Appreciate you, Dented Razor, doing the comms. You guys have a great run, and we'll be back in a few minutes with our next setup.
Thank you.